Hey everyone, it's time for the last show of the season, Superior Donuts by Tracy Letts. It's a sweet comedy about a donut shop that's gotten a little stale. The play, however, is anything but. Here's a behind-the-scenes look at the sights, sounds, and smells of Superior Donuts.
I'm Bruce Seavey. I'm the Associate Artistic Director at the Denver Center, and I am the director for Superior Donuts.
Donut, please, and a large coffee.
Hey, actually, I'm all out of coffee and donuts right now.
It takes place in Chicago, in a neighborhood called Uptown. I guess we'd call it an emerging neighborhood. While the rest of Chicago is sort of gentrified, this place is sort of this island of non-gentrification. But it's starting. There's a Starbucks that's opening across the way. And it's run by Arthur. He's run this donut shop for years, inherited it from his family.
To me, the real interesting part of this play is that Arthur is kind of a quiet guy who has lived his life coming in after his parents die. He kind of carries on the Superior Donuts store. It's in a terrible part of the city. They don't do much business, but Arthur reads and bakes donuts, and that's about it. And then this kid comes in his life.
He's put a sign out to get a new helper, and a young man named Franco comes in and applies for the job and gets it.
My character does bring in a lot of the darker elements of the play because he has a past that is, a little shady, and this kind of comes along with him throughout the course of the play. Though he does also bring in a lot of the lighter elements of the play, a lot of the spirit of the comedy is his relationship with Arthur, and he's this young, effusive writer who says he's written a great American novel, and he wants to share these ideas with Arthur and share ideas about how to make the shop a great place and boost business and all that good stuff.
And that's about as far as I want to go in the plot, actually. I think the rest of it you should come and see.
It's an interesting play, written by the same guy who wrote August Osage County, Tracy Letts.
And August Osage County was this kind of huge, epic family play. This is a much smaller play.
This is kind of the 2009 update on the American dream. And you can really see that in the way that these characters come from different walks of life and come and live together and affect each other.
Yes, we're trying smell-o-vision. It's a donut shop, and one of the things they do in this donut shop is they make coffee, and so we're really doing that on stage. It's interesting in tech, I'm over on one side of the stage opposite from the coffee maker, and I haven't actually smelled it that much, but the people over on the other side are really smelling it, which I think is great, But the other thing we're doing is, in the second act, Arthur is teaching Franco, his new helper, how to make donuts. We hear about it, and in this case, smell about it. So Charles McLeod has sort of taken this on, our lighting designer, and it's interesting, you can, I guess, order these various smells, right? And you pour them in little warm-up pots. I should have Charles talk about this, actually.
And I'm here to tell you how we're going to make it just smell grand inside the theater. What we have are several different oils that we've been mixing to try and get into the right proportions. This one right here is German chocolate cake. Actually smells like German chocolate cake. With the wonders of the internet, we're actually able to get glazed donut lamp oil scent. This one was very successful. This is jelly donut. Now, why anybody really has jelly donut fragrance oil outside of Superior Donuts is beyond me, but we're glad they make it. Currently, we are working with a combination of creme brulee, sugar cookie, with just a little tiny bit of birthday cake, and mixing that in proportions, and these are non-diluted, full-strength fragrances. We mix it with just a little bit of dipropylene glycol to kind of thin it out and try and get the right essence of donut shop. So that's what our tests have been over the last 2 weeks. We've put this scent in the lamp rings. We'll turn on the lamp ring from the dimmer, from the light board, so nobody has to be up there, and we'll also turn on the fan. So the scent goes up into the air, 20 feet over the audience's head, is blown out over onto the stage from these small fans, and then the natural ventilation system, which cools the audience, brings it down and across the audience. What is my favorite donut?
Whichever one I'm close to. I like them all.
It's definitely not jelly donut, and it's definitely not glazed donut. I think I like the buttermilk ones with a little bit of icing on it.
Yeah, I like a good donut. I like a nice whole wheat cinnamon donut. Yeah. That's my favorite.
I like the a glazed or a chocolate glazed donut.
Bear claws are nice too. I like a nice bear claw.
What's your favorite donut?
Personally, I enjoy a good glazed donut. Superior Donuts runs here in the Space Theater now through May 7th. I'm gonna enjoy my donut. I'll see you in the theater.